dia tak tahu bila dia sakit kan, and then kita nak prepare all of those things. Kalau dah live bagi tahu tau, kita orang ni simple je ni.
Betul tu.
Media Sniza. Assalamualaikum. Sedih kita.
Ni betul-betul santai ni. Buat macam podcast ni gitu.
Tak tahu bila dia sakit kan, and then kita nak prepare all of those things. Kalau dah live bagi tahu tau, kita orang ni simple.
Betul tu.
Media Sniza. Assalamualaikum. Nak diam lah, malu lah.
Okay, kita dah live. Kejap tak start lagi. Madam dah masuk ke? Oh, Madam dah masuk. Assalamualaikum, Madam. Assalamualaikum, Kak Zah.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum, Madam.
Hai, Madam. Lama tak nampak Madam.
Hai. Wah, orang Gombak. Apa khabar orang Gombak?
Alhamdulillah, sihat seperti sedia kala.
Menganjur? Nasib baik teringin nak tanya tau. Memang jenguk surat sebab kan tak masuk office dah. So saya teringat. Surat tu atas meja, saya memang sempat jenguklah surat tu. Letak di situ, tak letak dalam file lagi. Lepas tu bila dah tak boleh pergi office ni, saya cuba recall. 27 and saya check kalender. Tak ada dalam ni. Maknanya saya tak mark kalender. Carilah dalam email. Betul 27. Betul 27. Selalunya saya tengok date je, saya tak tengok hari. Lepas tu saya contact, kenapa Tuesday? Tu. Kenapa Tuesday? Apa yang betul, apa yang silap ni? Itu yang WhatsApp tengah malam WhatsApp Fiza tu. So masa tu baru have a feeling nak check. Tu.
Kuantan dah masuk dah tu.
Anwar dah masuk.
Kuantan masuk.
Kuantan masuk Kuantan.
Assalamualaikum.
Hello. Reno sihat ke?
Sihat Madam, tengah kuarantin.
Kuarantin, balik raya itu ya?
Itulah. Berani sangat balik raya.
Balik
raya?
Madam?
Saya balik. Panggilan rumah.
Dia benar patah balik-balik.
Sebab saya yang berkeperluan, saya ada praktikal dekat hospital UAE tu. Saya terpaksa balik lah. Tapi itulah tak tahu lah, balik ni pun Kuantan PKPD pula. Macam balik untuk duduk di bilik je.
Okay, kalau ready kita nak start boleh? Boleh? Okay, bismillah. Namira silakan.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome everyone to tonight's undergraduate talk called Expect the Unexpected. Let's start with Al-Fatiha. Tonight's talk is organized by the Discipline and Sports Recreation Bureau of Mahala Azda. This program provides a guideline on how to deal with our emotions and mind throughout the challenge in pursuing our studies. This program will be divided into two sessions. The first sharing session is by the students of IIUM, and the second session will be done with Madam Asniza Mamat. Please remember to fill in your attendance through the link provided in the chat box, and feel free to ask any questions during the session. Without further ado, let's begin our first session. Our first speaker for tonight is Brother Muhammad Zaim Nur bin Zaini, who is a third-year student in Bachelor of Laws at IIUM Gombak.
Okay, thank you Sister MC. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. First and foremost, thank you very much to the organizer for inviting me and my fellow speakers to be on this lovely night to share our thoughts for undergraduate life. So as mentioned by our esteemed MC, My name is Zaim Noor. You can call me Zaim. Currently a third year second lot and community on campus. So the objective for tonight is basically to give a bit of enlightenment to I am Gombak, right? So I will be sharing mostly from my personal view and also the life teachings that I've acquired from my lecturers and other. Assalamualaikum. I just got disconnected. Okay, alright, I'm sorry. Okay, so basically, okay. Okay, so basically, understanding the nature of IM Gombak is basically during the non-COVID days or before the pandemic. It is an alive campus where there's always a programs held every weekend that always like student coming in and out that I have been around everywhere, all over Malaysia, all over abroad. And what I can say is that the nature of IM Gombak is it is really competitive, especially being a law student. There's always that the sense of you need to pursue a higher standard of understanding, a higher standard of success other than anyone else. And most importantly, a significant feature of IM Gombak is actually its diverse community, because we have most international students here, most students with disabilities, and when having such environment, we are able to learn many things. And going on with the notion that when there's a lot to learn, and actually it is important for everyone, especially the newcomers to the IM Gombak, to prepare yourself for IM Gombak and also the degree life, because there's a quote that's saying that if you fail to plan, then you plan yourself to fail. So I'm going to give certain tips coming from myself that is not in order, I would say. And the first most important thing is actually for you to ask yourself what identity you want to bring into the degree life. So in short, it could be said that you have to know your purpose first, because at the end of the day, it's your purpose that will drive every of your actions, every of your thinkings to follow to achieve the certain goals that you have kind of committed to yourself. And how to know your self, actually, you have to have a review of how you have undergone your how have you undergone your foundation life. So like in my story, basically I have started my foundation life from coming into the third week of my foundation. I've already become appointed as the president of the MRC, and we have become the president of SEC during my time. And throughout, from that high point, I am able to acquire many knowledge through the programs, meeting a lot of people, expanding my linkage and connections, in the sense that I've started quite on top. And when I have that certain degree that I've been put in, there's a higher threshold for me to prove myself in the sense of my responsibility in terms of my academic well-being, and understanding. When you understand your own foundation life, you are able to chart your way to how you want to bring uh, how you want to mold your degree life. So basically, which part of your CFS life too you want to bring in, because there's some of my friends, or I mean like there's most of it, those from my circle back in CFS, they don't really pursue their own that identity back in CFS. So they created a new identity when coming to Compat, where they would like to focus more on their study related activities. Whereas on the other hand, there are those group of person that they didn't start active back in CFS, but they really want to change themselves to be a person better than CFS life. And a point to take note that I could relate in this story is where before I coming into foundation in Gombak, I have this vision of myself that okay, being an undergraduate student, being an university student, you cannot afford to be a simple guy. You know, we can afford to be a man with no external qualities or features, because in this kind of modern way world, you have to acknowledge that you have to have the extra qualities that employer need to have aside from looking at your academic transcript. And that is a fact that everyone need knowledge. Although that I'm not saying that being a normal person doesn't have any merits, that's not true, entirely true, but it highly depending on the type of person you want to become in the undergraduate life. So stemming from this part, it is also for you important for you to have your own sense of belonging, principles, ideologies, and what you want to interest in the IM Gombak. So like myself, I'm currently pursuing three main interests, such as mental health, second, sustainable development and environmental protection, and thirdly, volunteering for the disabled community. So by having your own interests, it will open you the opportunities for you to make way to devote yourself, to contribute yourself to the community. And the larger aspect, it is called the community engagement and volunteering. But again, in your situation, you really have to have that growth mindset on how you want to be better from your previous person. And and coming on to the third, coming on to the second point, actually, I would like to brought up as the title of the program mentioned, expected and unexpected, right? So when you go on with this notion, it's important to you to take note that whatever your ways that you have done in this foundation will not suit you in degree life. I have this notion that okay, entering degree life, okay, the first semester I will use my foundation method. But again, it doesn't work out, especially for being a law student. I just flung my first semester, and second semester I have to revise myself and find new ways. Almost of the techniques that I've used in CFS doesn't really work. And coming on to the second part of unexpected itself, during COVID, when COVID came actually, you really have to evaluate all of your ways and studies. And the online learning has pushes you to be more committed. That has taken a toll on your mental health. So during the online learning itself, especially I believe that most of you have taken part in online learning, like it has really taken a toll where you keep on trying new ways to cope yourself. But in the end, you will flunk out too, and that's okay. So the unexpected part is the important part is to keep on trying, to keep on searching ways that allow you to cope better. And the third important part for my tips, actually, self-management is more important than time management. So you have really to know your working style, you have to know your academic style, you have to know your true purpose lah, basically, because especially stressing on the academic style, I'm a person that I don't really like to study. So that is really reflected on my CGPA, because I really committed to have that devotion to academic as an interest in being a law student. But yeah, I would like to serve my friends in the community too. So you can, there's never be a situation where you can able to balance both at the same time and get what you want. It is unthinkable. We have to compromise and you will lose up a lot of things. But and then again, it comes with the notion where you have to know your limits, your abilities, so that you can amplify through those limits and abilities to achieve what you want. So and that's how you have to really sit down with yourself and think more on how you can serve better. And I would say the next part to the tips and tricks is actually to be honest with your life expectation and think beyond what are you doing right now. Because myself, I've started since foundation on how I would like to chart my career path, and what if things doesn't work out plan A, you have to have a plan B, plan C. So it's really important, because life right now, especially when COVID came, there's no more room for you to not take serious about life. We have to think that, okay, how about you want to build family after you graduate, like your graduation life after that. So you really need to take into consideration all of these adult things. You think that, okay, that's okay, I will think about it later on. No, right now it's on your shoulder. You have to, because you never know, when it will come for you to take the burden of your family and be the sole breadwinner. There are certain instances that you have to take up the responsibility. And coming into I am Gombak actually, you really have to have a strong support system in terms of you have to have a good support circle. Knowing that you have to have that circle that really empowers you. At the same time, you have to keep that certain circle that really minority you, that doesn't really like you, but again, they provide in terms of your growth and provides you to be better because you will always have that certain people that doesn't like you, you know, but again, you can learn something from them. And the good support system actually comes best from Allah. That's one thing. Second, family, and third, friends. I truly understand actually when saying about support system, we don't really trust our family. That's a clear truth because we being away, we think that we don't want to burden them. But actually, the most important advice that we would really want at that time is from our own family, even it comes in a cliche form, because of the form of support, the form of assurance that they give to us, it gives us the higher bounds to get where we want. And I would like to bring to my most important tips actually is to seek help and start early because this is something that I didn't do when I started my foundation years. This is where I didn't go for counseling session early as in foundation when I have encountered certain problems with my mental health issues coming in second year, second semester. It all started with my inability to regulate my emotion, with my repetitive burnout during foundation. Although I'm serving a good part of the society, but again, the good part of me doesn't really work out. It has been blinded to me. So all of you really have to take the mental health aspect, especially with online learning, to take into serious consideration, even if you think that the going to therapy is a absurd thing. You don't need to get sick first to see the doctor, right? So please consider doing all of this, and especially being a law student ke whatever student courses you are. The moment you hit that threshold that you don't think that you can cope, that is why you have to seek help. The most important part, and only you know your own abilities and limitations. And do I have more time, Miss MC?
Yes, you do. You have 10 more minutes.
Oh, I have 10 more minutes. Okay. Um, Another aspect that coming into I am Gombak because our nature is really different from Gombak from Kuantan and Pago. I would say that our nature is quite liberalistic. We really embraces the freedom of expression. We truly exercise our own rights where we can be vocal about anything. We can be we can be anything that we want. And it is a well-known fact that we are not really restricted like other campuses. However, with such freedom, with such less restrictions, actually, it has costed certain of our own values. And in terms of how we would like to portray ourselves in bringing the name of the university, IIUM, International Islamic University Malaysia, there are three main parts that we although that you think that I have not been given. This is all on the student leader because they have the name of the URA patch around their head, but that's not true because wherever you go out, people say, oh, IUM, oh, reti baca mengaji, you can read Quran and everything. But again, being an IUM student, if you truly embrace the like in my study plan right now, I have like a UNGS courses and what that. So like through embracing the true philosophy of the university and ways on why university is including so much courses in our study plan is to mold us to be a holistic student, and not only student actually like the ambassador of Ummah. I know that this concept is quite far-fetched because certain students, they're not being given the access to truly understanding and understand this concept and experience it firsthand, because I've been given the opportunity to truly understand when I've involved directly with the participation with the university at various levels. And through all of that, you just realize that, okay, this is the real why you're doing this. So coming to university, actually, you have this layer of onions, I would say, in the illustration where you keep on, okay, you peel one skin at a time to truly dissect yourself, dissect the community, dissect what you're studying and how at the end of the day, you know your why, and you just know how to manipulate it in a good way, of course, to in a way that you want to contribute to the society. Because coming to IM, the first ever revelation that came onto me during my first year actually, my life is never about me. So where my life is never about me, I have to take care of my peers, even if I have in no position. But in those days, coming gombak lah, I think that position is one thing, really is really important. But again, in a personal capacity, we can do more actually. It's just that the nature of our students, or nature of my peers and even myself, we're too shy, that's one thing, and we just can't take the risk of anything that might lose our own academic. Like it will bring shame to our family and whatnot. So in those sense, based on you've spent like 1 year in foundation life, you ask yourself, have I done enough in my 1 year to truly chart my path in degree life? And there is not a, there is that this is not like a hard and fast rule to this thing, you know. You just can't say A or B. It can be A and B, and that's okay. Especially in COVID time, it really proves that anything can happen, even how unexpected things are right now. So even if you don't start in CFA, that's okay. Maybe you're a late bloomer. Even if you want to start in degree life, doesn't mean you have to chart your path according to your peers, according to mine, like Anwar ke, to Sister Aisyah ke. You don't really have to follow our own ways. Because by one thing important, stemming from the notion that having a growth mindset, it all depends on how you want to carry yourself. Because right now, I would like to kind of instill with everyone here that you have a higher, greater purpose, in the sense that your life is no longer about you, and there's other obligation, be it religious, for you truly excel your means to help others, ataupun like to give, to see the good in this world. And that is what personally I think that IM has been trying to teach me all this while. And safe to say that for my foundation years, although it has been filled with bittersweet memories that God knows, Allah knows how bitter it is, but I've spent well in my CFS. Even I take the time to truly I think my step into degree life while I was on my way back from doing Bumika in Cambodia with my fellow IM Kuantan mates. And that was an amazing thing to do lah. But then, and one more thing I would like to emphasize, that even though right now it's online basis, even though right now we can't do things on program, you don't really get to show off you punya tax kat status ke whatever kan. But again, during unprecedented time like this, it really shows that what kind of thing that you can do in your capacity that might not be shown to others, but to yourself, you know that how important it is, how memorable, how impactful, even if it is just your roommates, like at the in your room, and that's okay, because every effort counts. And yeah, personally, I would feel pressure, because I ask most of my friends when they're around me, what do you feel about me? They think that I feel insecure when you're around Zain actually, because you're this kind of person that people thought this and that. But in the end, if in the end, does it matter all of those perceptions? Because you only know yourself better, right? And when you know yourself better, you can excel better. And excel better requires to acknowledge your own faults. And faults is something that is really common, especially in times like this, and that's okay. Like lah, I'm being a student leader with Anwar and everything. We really, I think that we find more things, more about ourselves, and the way that under degree life, it would personally for me, it is not easy, because in law, especially this semester, I just finished my presentation just now and my submission, and it keeps on piling. And I think that for everyone, it's really hard, in the sense that the workload is doubling. But again, coming to degree, yeah, following the tips and tricks that I've given just now, I hope it make merits for you to truly sit down like even 10 minutes. You just say, okay, like a piece of paper, okay, what I want to do in my degree life, or what I want to do in the next 6 months of my life. Doesn't mean to have a degree, doesn't mean you can just take some time off. You just think, okay, this is my life. You just think of it, you know, only and after you able to truly see like these people, like I jot down everything I want to say tonight, only you can see something, oh, this is like what I can do, and never afraid to seek for help, never afraid to ask. And lastly, I would say always believe in yourself for what's next. Even if the future is really unclear, even if you think that you cannot score the dean's list in the first semester, and that's okay. Because success is not the destination. Success is in the process. And most importantly, it is a process, so we can take baby steps, and most we have Allah is always there for us. And as much as cliche as it sounds, we will only know the important value of having God actually when we are at our own lowest. And trust me, when you're at your own lowest, only you know how badly you can just disregard God and do many things that is so prohibited. And I think that's all. Okay, thank you. Feel free to ask. Okay.
Thank you, Brother Zaim. Right now, we are also live on YouTube and we have about 44 viewers and counting. Thank you for those who are joining us tonight. And let's proceed with our second speaker, Brother Muhammad Anwar bin Muhammad Noor, who is a fourth-year biomedical science student in IIUM Kuantan.
Thank you, Sister Amira. I hope I pronounced it correctly, Sister Amira. And also to all the, I think it is a very, a pleasure to meet all of you here. And also, I don't think I have this kind of opportunity back then during my CFS, because once I was in the PJ, waktu tu PJ hari lagi, I was in CFS PJ. Last batch aku budak sains ada kat sana. And then we would transfer to Gambang, Kuantan, Gambang balik kan. Menarik juga ini. And then I also would like to appreciate everyone here, especially Mahalah Asda, who also very dear to me because my sister was once the president of Mahalah Asda before she entered Kuliah Medicine right now. And also all fellows, I think, and also principal and my fellow, I always say advisor lah, Sister Aisyah, Kak Aisyah, who are very dear to me also, and Brother Zaim, who also inspired me all the way from Gombak to Kuantan, and also Madam Asniza, we have a long history with Madam Asniza when I was TIES. I joined TIES in CFS, and I met her before once because during that time, even in my lowest point, I still remember when I failed my biology. We have biology 1 and biology 2 for science students, and then I failed, I have tak fail, lagi teruk pada fail. 1 digit mark. Dia macam tu 1 digit mark. Waktu tu gatal sangat. I join many things. Tomorrow exam, malam tu masih program MRC because I was the president of MRC waktu tu. Then waktu tu dia macam nakal sikit. So tak study betul-betul, and then the pointer drop, and then I met Mr. Medas Niza nak tukar course apa semua tu. But then okay, I will share the story later lah. I just would like to start my sharing, not sharing, but I think the sharing comes from everyone else who I look up to. So the first one, I would like to start with the 2 quotes from our, I would say fathers lah. The first one from Dato' Dr. Bakar, the president of IUM. He said during the Ta'aruf week semester 1 previously, he said, 4 years seem to be too long, but in modern years, actually 4 years are very short. So that's why every minute counts, what we are doing in the undergraduate. I still remember when I was in one of the talks, Dato' Dr. Bakar, and he said, pernah lepak tak dekat library? So I said, siapa je lepak kat library? Waktu tu lah. And then he said, rugi. Dia kata, because during undergraduate, library access very close, free, every information is just around you, but you choose not to lepak at library. So, okay. All right, and then the next, just quote from our rector, Tan Sri Zulkifli Abdul Razak, said that it's very important, for university to produce marketable graduates. Graduates who can very competitive in the market right now, be it in Kuantan, Pago, or even in Gombak, who have very good soft skills, communication skills, and they have a very good resumes and very good pointer. but it is also very important for university to produce balanced graduates, those who have the common sense. I still remember my hematology lecturer said this to me. Common sense is not very common nowadays, students. So I said, oh, okay. So it's very important to also have the balanced graduates. So just I would like to share my experience in my last semester in CFS. Paling lama ni because just another 2 months I will be leaving IUM dan I grad dah. But this semester actually sampai sekarang leave very meaningful meaning to me. During that time, I chose not to participate in any of the student societies. I left the student organization. I finished my tenure as MRC during that time. So I left everything. And then I always focus on, okay, study je. Anwar, you just study. Don't bother about anyone else. Don't bother what everyone is doing. Don't bother about what revolves around you. Don't bother. Just focus on yourself and your pointer and you will be okay. All right. So, and alhamdulillah, I managed to have 4 flat during that time. But something's missing, something's missing. I don't really satisfied, oh, dapat 4 flat tapi macam kosong. And then during that time, all of my friends lah, yang join MRC, yang join TIS, dia kata, Anwar, where have you been? We lost you. Dia kata, and then I reply back, it's not only you lost me, I even lost myself. I don't even know what I should do right now. So, kita kosong. Rasanya kita pernah kot rasa that thing that we managed to achieve. Everyone see that this is your achievement, but then we don't see that as an achievement. It's just a process that we follow the flow tu je. So that's why I just would like to quote from Badr Zaim. Dia kata it's very important for us to know the big why. Kenapa and why do we choose that path? Because it's very important. It's very important because it's very common nanti bila masuk degree. Even in my time, when I joined degree, ada student AED yang tukar course, ada student engineering bukan sekadar tukar course, tukar campus, tukar course nature terus. And then ada juga yang daripada campus Kuantan pergi ke Pagoh. That's very okay. And I think bila kita dah jumpa we know big why, even we are at the lowest point pun, we still manage to rise because we rise by ourselves. Kita ada pushing factor daripada diri kita sendiri. So, okay, enough. In Kuantan, okay, I would like to share in Kuantan perspective lah. In Kuantan, I would say we have 3 types of students. First one, semester student. 2 is posting or I would say practical student. Okay, sebab beware, even you are on first year, ada juga yang kena pergi hospital dah. Some course. Alright. And 3, the third one is block student. This one is Kuliah of Dentistry, Kuliah of Medicine. This is another world. This is like another planet in IUM Kuantan. You don't have that long semester break, and then you don't have the word semester 1, semester 2. What is that? Macam tu. And then you have to take block subject. At the same time, you have to take semester subject. So bila block cuti, you're supposed to be cuti. Tapi sebab semester tak habis lagi, and you take that semester subject, so you tak ada cuti pun. So what is holiday to you even mean? Okay, so that's 3 type of students in Kuantan. So and Kuantan we don't have any uniform body. Kita tak ada pelapis, sorry. Kita tak ada pelapis, kita ada rotu. We don't have Air Force. Okay, to be honest, we don't have all that. We have Scout. So if you are interested to join Scout is considered as uniform body. Alright, but not like the uniform bodies in Gombak. Okay, and then in Kuantan there are 2 things that it's important for you to bring. The first one, payung, umbrella, and the second one, raincoat. Why is very important? Because we have musim terpujo. So I think in gambar kita dah biasa benda tu. So tapi ada juga budak degree yang tak bawa. To me myself lah, sebab saya first time masuk Kuantan dulu. So very important So tak nak demam pergi kelas apa semua tu, sebab biasanya normally musim terpujo student akan demam sebab rendah je hujan. Okay, laki pun jangan risau, bawa je payung. Yang kita tak tahu laki ke tak tu bila dia bawa payung waktu panas, tapi waktu hujan kena bawa payung. Alright, so even benda ni pun pernah discuss dalam student union punya meeting dengan administration on how to reduce student demam dan tak pergi kelas. Okay, so and then I think it's very also important for student Kuantan to follow terus student union punya Kuantan punya update, so that kita tak mix up dengan Gombak punya update, sebab Kuantan dia ada dia punya sendiri, and I believe SCC pun buat macam tu juga, because Gambar Kuantan normally we share the same guideline. Okay, especially in this COVID-19 era lah. Alright, because okay, to be honest, I truly attracted by this topic sebab tajuk dia expect the unexpected, which truly describe our real situation in 2020 and 2021. That's why people say tahu-tahu dia dah 2021. Now kita tak tahu pula, tahu-tahu dia dah 2022. Kita orang lagi tahu-tahu je dah grad ke belum, tahu convo tak ada. So it's very important for us to stay in the right sources and right tracks. Okay, so start from now dah boleh follow dah. And then I would say, okay, I just would like to share the definition of learning stuff. Alright, just I will not take much time. Okay, just the definition of learning, because to me undergraduate journey is not a journey where you like to have a school of degree. It's just another journey of life. It trains us how to become a good adult, alright? Because we are surrounded in this garden of knowledge and virtue. Kan itu kita sebut, and then CFS is the gateway to the garden of knowledge and virtue. Adab dan budi, we learn that, and then like Brother Zaim said, kita ada banyak tanggungjawab, even in the IIM itself, international pertama, Islamic kedua, waktu university, okay, sebagai mahasiswa dan sentiasa dikelilingi dengan ilmu, last kali Malaysia. So we don't only bring the flag of Malaysia itself, but as the global Muslim citizen, global Muslim population, apa yang kita buat, alright? So my definition of learning is actually revolve around few things. The first one is family, just like Brother Zaim said. It's very important for you to be surrounded by the support by the family. Normally, maybe mungkin kita rasa this simple thing takkan nak bagi tahu family juga, takkan nak minta doa pada family juga, but it is very important, alright? And once we die, the one yang uruskan jenazah kita pun adalah family kita. And then I think second one lecturers. Okay, lecturers would like to share the thing yang saya tak share awal tadi. Lecturers because dia macam ni. I still remember there's one sharing said that we don't need much time. We don't need more time because everyone is given to 24 hours a day. And I think lagi-lagi hujung-hujung week kan, every semester hujung-hujung week kita akan tahu okay, every 5 minutes pun penting sebenarnya untuk tidur. We don't need more time, but we only need a blessed time, masa yang diberkati, keberkatan masa. Macam mana orang yang kita nampak jadi tak buat apa-apa, tengoknya boleh siap. Dia even to the extent yang kita pergi malah, okay, sepatutnya kita naik tingkat 1 atau tingkat 2, tingkat 3 laju je. Tapi tiba-tiba waktu tu lah lift rosak, waktu tu lah lift tersangkut, tu. So kita lost benda yang kita tak boleh control tu. So those are the blessing of time, and benda-benda tu reflected juga melalui adab kita dengan lecturers, adab kita dengan kawan, adab berkawan pun ada. Adab, and yang ni pun kita dah selalu expose bila kita buat group discussion atau group assignment kan, kita kenal kawan-kawan kita yang macam tu, and keberkatan ilmu tu yang kita kena jaga. I still remember the role of lecturers sebagai advisors juga. Sambung cerita tadi, I dapat single digit je waktu tu markah, and then I was called upon to this madam, waktu tu biology 1. Okay, biology 1 ke? Biology 2? Rasanya biology 1. Time tu tak belajar lagi tentang antibody, biology 1. And then dia panggil, dia kata, okay Anwar, what do you think about your marks? Then, I think I should quit LIS Science. Waktu tu I taking LIS Science, I think I should quit LIS Science. Okay, why? You nak ambil apa kalau macam tu? Saya nak ambil law. Don't worry, Zaim, waktu tu tengah jahiliah lagi. I'm thinking law sebenarnya lebih senang daripada science, but then law sebenarnya lebih susah actually. Waktu jahiliah lah, okay. So waktu tu jumpa Medan Fiza siap buat tu lagi, some test. Okay, Anwar dia kena sembang. Kalau dah jadi biomedik dia duduk dalam lab, dia tak sembang, tak boleh sembang. Okay, and then the rest is history lah. Jumpa dan dia kata, okay Anwar, kenapa you nak ambil law? Dia kata saya dah consult seniors daripada law degree, dan saya said this is what I want. Because waktu sekolah pun saya join debat apa semua tu, so I think I'm very good. I can handle law rather than I can handle blood waktu tu. So dia kata, okay, kalau you nak ambil something yang senang dalam dunia ni, I have a suggestion for you, which is quick je belajar, dia cakap. Dia kata, kenapa madam? Dia kata, if you are looking for something that is easier, tak ada dalam dunia ni, dia cakap. Waktu tu sabar senang kan dekat dalam tu. Waktu tu kat tangan dah print dah result SPM, dari nak bayar arts punya pertukaran lah, kena bayar apa RM50 ke RM100 waktu tu. Dah pegang lah semua tu, dah isi form semua tu. Tapi but then itulah lecturers sebagai advisor sebenarnya penting, and then it reflected back to me, and then dia kata, Cing Anwar, you try bawa LI Science, and then if your pointing is okay, proceed je ambil. And then proceed your dream nak ambil biomedic tu. And then alhamdulillah waktu tu okay, right? And then lecturer tu banyak tolong lah on how untuk manage balik study skill semua waktu tu macam lost sikit, and then madam tu banyak tolong lah. Then I think friends, another definition of learning that waktu undergraduate adalah friends, sebab it teach you how to become a human. Maybe kalau belajar dalam kelas, it teach you how fast you can memorize the facts and how fast you can actually connect the dots. Okay, sometimes kita belajar dekat degree ni, basic dia waktu dekat CFS dengan SPM dulu. So kita connect the dots balik. Rasanya kalau budak CFS dia faham, kita belajar matematik kan, kita ada chapter kosong, betul lah? Chapter kosong, subject mat 1 tu. Chapter kosong tu maksudnya dia reflect balik dekat SPM kita. And then circles ni sebenarnya penting juga. Another definition of learning is circle. Dia kata circle, what I mean is through participation, macam Brother M cakap, organizations, programs. To be honest, I met extraordinary people through my circles bila kita move beyond the comfort zone. Okay, that's why it's very important about this quote. Dia kata comfort zone is danger zone, right? I met waktu first year, I become the ESCO welfare untuk my kuliah student society. And then waktu tu I think welfare jaga macam biasa, yang berat sebenarnya kerja presiden kan. But things move more than that. Okay, I have the expectation dah waktu masuk Kuantan dulu. I hope I'm still okay, around 5 minutes more. Apa tu, dia kata I have the expectation yang lecturers only care about what my marks are. You know, what my grades are. You know, if you are not A student, so you don't have to enter this kuliah, because you are going to damage the kuliah ke apa, reputation kuliah ke apa ke, and then you are not fit to enter the hospital apa semua tu. But then my perception changed when during my first year, I was tasked to handle my kuliah pantry. We have to make it a formal punya schedule, ada rotation untuk jaga pantry tu, and the pantry tu open to everyone, students yang needy, even staff yang needy pun ada, untuk bagi free food, and then sponsored semua daripada lecturer sendiri. Waktu tu saya sendiri accounted lecturer yang setiap hari beli roti dekat 7E before dia pergi office, and then dia hantar letak kat situ. And then another lecturer yang selalu beli 3-in-1 ni setiap hari tau. Bayangkan my first year, second year, macam beratus-ratus hari kan. Yes, setiap hari diorang buat macam tu. Macam and then dia kata, yelah gaji kita pun ada portion untuk orang juga. You know, bila saya dekat dalam kelas saja, saya takkan nampak another perspective lecturer macam tu. Mungkin dalam kelas dia ajar anatomy, physiology, tapi dekat luar kelas, they teach me about life. So that's why I think very important with circles, and I also make some inspiring juniors also. Inspiring juniors, seniors of course lah. Juniors dia macam ni. During my tenureship as student union, I was once the president student union in Kuantan, and then we want to establish a COVID-19 task force. COVID-19 task force to help the student union in coordinating the students punya welfare needs semua tu. So waktu tu I was the chairman, and then we were surveying committees, recruiting committees for R&D, research and development, the one who helped us and supported student union with data, statistics and so on. And then waktu recruit tu adalah yang menarik. Tak nak sebut nama dia, okay? Tapi sebab nanti jelas sangat siapa dia. Tapi yang menarik dia kata dia ni student yang tak pernah lagi datang Kuantan. Sebab COVID kan, tak ada je student yang tak pernah datang Kuantan. Tapi tahu-tahu dah nak masuk itu dah, macam tu. Tahu-tahu dah tapi tak payahlah tahu-tahu nak grad dah. Maksudnya dia tak masuk di kampus Kuantan. Tapi dia punya, dia cakap tu, dia kata, saya suka baca surat khabar. Saya suka baca berita. Dan saya nak tolong student kat Kuantan. Macam, dia tak masuk pun lagi. She's not even in campus. Tapi, dan dia sangat, waktu tu dia punya kerja sangat laju lah. Walaupun dia baru first year. And then I learn from her many things lah. You don't have to have a good position pun untuk tolong orang. As long as you have the passion, you don't even know what Kuantan pun sebenarnya. You tak pernah masuk pun campus Kuantan macam mana. But then you already hundreds of thousands of students in Kuantan on COVID-19 punya era. And then I think the external development lah, move on from the comfort zone. Kita sebaik mungkin lah, jangan paksa, tapi kita move on daripada kita punya comfort zone sebaik mungkin, and then we will meet more than circles atau people yang dekat dalam comfort zone kita. And then I think I wish and my sharing some sharing also. Life is actually, to me lah, personally, life is actually more interesting when we encounter the decision of life more than in dictionary and more than answering questions in the examination hall. All right. And then just would like to share the quote from our queen, Pemaisuri Agung kita waktu konvo tu, dia pernah cakap, pembelajaran adalah proses sepanjang hayat. So belajar daripada orang sekeliling dan belajar daripada keadaan baru. Mungkin ayat ni sesuai untuk orang yang dah nak konvo, nak masuk dunia kerja. But then moving on to the new life and degree life is very life-changing situation. And then just last quote from Prince A, if you know, Prince A said that most of the people, waktu dah nak mati, they don't regret the things that they do, the things that they did. But most people, bila dah nak mati, they regret the things that they did not do when they had the opportunity. So that's all for me. I hope that answers the question and objective for today. Thank you very much. Pass back to Sister Namira.
Thank you, Brother Anwar. And for our third speaker, I invite Sister Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Nur, who is currently pursuing her Master of Arts in Arabic Linguistic Studies at IIM Gombak.
Okay, so bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So first of all, thank you to Mahala Azda for inviting me, and also the other fellow speaker, and also Madam Fiza, my fellow during my time in Mahala Zainab. Okay, so sebab tadi Brother Zaim dengan Brother Anwar dah cakap banyak English, so kita more kepada Malay lah. Okay, so basically nak share kan, okay, tengok tajuk pun macam dah menarik kan, expect the unexpected. So basically insyaAllah dia just macam more kepada sharing, bukan macam talk dengar je, tapi ni just macam sharing lah, macam kita punya perjalanan waktu diri dekat Pagu macam mana. Sebab tadi Brother Zaim dah share macam mana live in Gombak, and Brother Anwar pun dah share live in Kuantan macam mana. So insyaAllah saya akan share a bit my experience in Pagu campus. Sebab mungkin kebiasaannya lah, ni just macam kebiasaannya sepanjang, sebab waktu saya ijazah saya banyak lead untuk tawel lah, tawel committee, and boleh kata setiap kali tawel, waktu dah habis tawel mesti ada student daripada KLM lah, mainly kan, daripada KLM yang daripada CFS ataupun bukan CFS, mesti dia akan tanya komiti, akak ataupun abang lah kan, boleh ke nanti nak tukar kos. So macam nampak tak kat situ, macam kita boleh nampak yang mungkin some of student macam dia kita orang figure out dua benda yang mungkin student tak suka, bukan tak suka lah, macam tak berapa suka untuk ke Pagu, which is the first one is mungkin jauh kan. Sebab kadang-kadang bila tanya, ada yang tak tahu macam ada UI kat Pagu, kat mana Pagu tu, macam dekat kawasan mana. So macam tak semua tahu Pagu tu dekat kawasan mana kan, kat KL ke, kat Selangor ke apa. So macam tu the first one. And then the second one mungkin dia macam tak nak jauh dengan family. Yelah, kalau macam contohlah kan CFS dah dekat Kuantan kan, lepas tu mungkin family dekat Pantai Timur, sekali nak dapat KLM di Johor, so macam nampak tak dia punya jauh. So mungkin ada yang ada homesick semua lah kan. So basically this is my experience. So untuk pengaduan semua lah kan, UIA Pagu adalah UIA, dia bukan main campus, dia hanyalah UIA yang ada satu kuliah saja, which is kuliah of Languages and Management, kuliah bahasa dan pengurusan. Jadi KLM wujud dekat Pagu, tak silap saya, dalam tahun 2017. Sebab saya pernah kami student KLM menumpang di KICT di Gombak campus for about 1 year, and then my batch is the first. Boleh kata macam kita ni macam pioneer lah kan kat Pagu. So kita orang is the first batch yang masuk Pagu. So nak kata waktu tu Pagu sangat-sangat tak ada apa-apa, memang sangat-sangat kosong. So kalau mungkin Mada Anwar ataupun Mada Zaim ataupun Mada Fiza, Mada Asmiza pernah ke Pagu kan waktu first UHI ada kat situ, boleh nampak macam mana memang Pagu sangat-sangat tak ada apa-apa dengan kalau kat Mahalanya waktu tu waktu first time tu memang boleh cakap bila masuk dekat mana-mana tempat mesti ada ulat gonggok. Pergi mana-mana mesti ada. Kalau tak ada tu memang pelik. And then one more thing memang akan ada lalat. Memang waktu awal masuk tu memang lalat sangat-sangat banyak sebabnya dekat kawasan tu macam ada kilang ayam lah, orang kata kilang dedak ayam kan. So memang setiap malam mesti bau benda tu. And then waktu tu juga tak ada wifi, memang tak ada wifi. So kita memang waktu tu memang bergantung 100% dengan our own data. So tu waktu first Pagu ditubuhkan, KLM ditubuhkan di Pagu. Okay, tu dia punya macam benda tak best lah, tapi okay, so benda yang best yang nak share kat sini untuk encourage adik-adik yang mostly focusly untuk adik-adik KLM kan, sebab kalau boleh kita nak ramaikan lagi student KLM sebab boleh kata KLM punya bilangan student boleh kata paling sikit lah sebab kita pun jauh di Pagu kan, jauh daripada Gombak, jauh daripada Kuantan. So macam kita nak ramaikan lagi kita punya community kan. Okay, so ni antara tips yang saya boleh share sepanjang my life dekat Pagu. So the first one is kalau kita belajar, tak kisahlah kan kita belajar kat mana-mana, either kat Gombak ke Kuantan, Gambang, even Pagu pun, kita kena jadikan tempat belajar kita tu as kita punya home, our home. Sebab kan ada pepatah kata baiti jannati kan, rumahku syurgaku. So bila mana kita jadikan kita punya tempat study tu macam rumah kita, kita tak akan rasa macam, kita tak akan rasa lonely, kita tak akan rasa macam bila nak study kita tak akan rasa macam tekanan. So kita akan enjoy je benda tu, kita akan enjoy the learning process, kita akan enjoy the life kita kat sana, kita akan cuba untuk nikmati saat yang kita ada tu tanpa fikir pun benda-benda negatif, tanpa fikir pun macam jauh daripada family ke, macam tak best ke, tak ada apa-apa ke, macam tu. Sebab bagus juga, boleh kata dia jauh sikit lah, dia jauh daripada entertainment punya part lah, maksudnya macam dekat Pagu tak ada wayang, tak ada macam tempat-tempat yang kita boleh pergi lah, tak ada shopping mall yang besar. Tapi one more thing yang saya paling suka dekat Pagu is the nature lah. Sebab bila kat Pagu ni kita dekat kepada nature, kita lagi dekat kepada nature. Sebab apa? Sebab kita tak mau distracted sangat kepada benda-benda yang macam untuk pergi mall, weekend pergi mall, pergi tengok wayang, pergi mana lah macam tu. So instead of it, kita waktu weekend kita cari masa dengan kita punya kawan-kawan, kita punya macam classmate, batchmate semua kan. So kita mendekati alam macam tu, kita mendekati alam. Sebab dekat Pagu ni kalau once adik-adik dah boleh masuk Pagu kan, once insyaAllah COVID dah habis, kita doakan cepat habis, once adik-adik dah boleh masuk sini, cuba explore sebanyak mana mungkin tempat yang ada kat Pagu. Seriously, tempat bagus sangat-sangat banyak untuk kita find peacefulness, untuk kita cari ketenangan, untuk kita cari mood, untuk kita study. Sebab benda ni pada pendapat saya, Pagu adalah macam one of the tempat yang saya sangat suka lah untuk saya study, ataupun kalau macam waktu-waktu macam stress tengah macam society ke, banyak kerja kan, society lagi, akademik lagi. So one of it, saya suka tengok Pagu punya kawasan, Pagu punya nature, keluar pergi mana-mana, pergi hiking ke, pergi macam piknik macam tu. Sebab dia banyak nature lah, so kita boleh explore macam-macam kat situ. And one more thing, saya sangat suka langit Pagu sebab wallahi sangat cantik. Kalau bila kat Pagu, kalau macam ada orang tanya kan, sebab saya dah habis kan, so kalau orang tanya apa benda yang saya sangat rindu kat Pagu kan, I will say the first one is the people, the community and the KLM community, student, lecturer, roommate, batchmate, semualah kat sana, staff ataupun driver semua. And then the second one is langit Pagu, sangat-sangat cantik. So macam bila kita tengok tu, rasa macam tak nak alihkan pandangan, nak tengok je. So sangat-sangat cantik. So macam bila waktu malam pun sama pun macam suka dapat lepak lah. Macam dekat Mahala tu kita macam ada kawasan parking yang luas kan. So bila malam-malam suka lepak-lepak kat sana sambil tengok bintang, sambil macam sembang-sembang, apa macam share pendapat ke apa-apa kan, tanya apa-apa ke. So kita orang suka buat bonding kat situ. Okay. And then the third one, tips my tips juga. The third one is bila kita masuk degree life ni, maksudnya daripada foundation ke degree life ni, kita we set our mind, maksudnya kita set minda kita yang degree life ni tak semudah foundation life macam tu. So kita kena macam pada Anwar dengan pada Zaim kata dia, kita kena ada kita punya macam hadaf, kita punya tujuan, kita punya macam niat, maksudnya kenapa kita pursue kita punya our studies in degree life, kenapa kita sambung course ni, kenapa kita sambung kat campus ni. So kita kena ada kita punya macam kita kena ada kita punya niat lah, kita kena pegang kita punya niat betul-betul kenapa sebenarnya kita belajar. And nak petik juga pada Zaim punya quote tadi, yang pada Zaim kata success is not the destination, success is a process kan. So betul lah, maksudnya kejayaan tu bukanlah kita punya destination, tapi kejayaan tu sebenarnya adalah proses yang kita lalui everyday. Sebab everyday kita learning, kita belajar. And learning tu bukan setakat kita learning dalam kelas, wallahi bukan dalam kelas sahaja, bukan setakat kita masuk kelas, lepas tu buat presentation, kita siapkan assignment, tapi learning tu adalah macam-macam. Walaupun kita join society, walaupun kita join volunteerism, activism, benda tu adalah learning. Sebab kan orang kata ilmu ni bukan setakat maksudnya ilmu ada dua, formal dengan informal kan. So maksudnya ilmu tu bukan sahaja terhad dalam kelas, tapi benda tu ada juga dekat luar kelas. Jadinya everyday apa yang kita buat sebenarnya adalah kita punya learning process. Walaupun macam sekarang kan kita COVID time, so kalau yang masih tengah belajar tu mungkin ada yang belajar dekat rumah masing-masing, ada mungkin ada dekat malas kan. Jadi sedar yang kita buat tu everyday adalah kita punya learning process. Contoh kalau macam kat rumah macam tolong mak ayah semua kan, so macam mungkin kat situ kita dapat new things yang kita gain daripada mak ayah kita, daripada kita punya siblings, ataupun kalau kita kat mahalah macam kita tolong kawan kita, ataupun kita tolong distribute makanan ke atau apa-apa. So that's itu pun juga boleh consider as kita punya knowledge, kita punya learning process. So betul lah macam Zaim kata, success tu bukan kita punya destination last sebab benda tu akan still keep ongoing sampailah kita tak ada nanti macam tu. So dia akan still berjalan sampai habis lah macam tu. So tak boleh cakap yang kita masuk ijazah, kita masuk degree lah habis tu habis, tak ada. Tapi benda tu secara ongoing, walaupun kita dah habis belajar, walaupun kita dah kerja, kita dah apa-apa dah sampai ke habis tu, benda tu memang akan still kita belajar macam tu. So lagi, okay, apa lagi nak share? Okay, so my tips juga lagi. Okay, so basically saya waktu kat Pagoh dulu, boleh kata saya ni bukan budak 3K lah. Faham kan maksud 3K kan? Katil, kafe, kelas kan. So basically boleh kata since CFS aku, was an active student since CFS. So boleh kata waktu di Pagoh pun memang quite aktif lah, maksudnya sebab saya jenis macam tak suka lah maksudnya pergi kelas dia, lepas tu balik duduk dalam bilik, pergi kafe makan macam tu kan. So bila kita masuk degree life ni, cuba untuk at least kita cuba untuk join any program yang society ataupun KBS ataupun siapa-siapa UAE yang anjurkan, kita cuba join. Tak kisahlah kita join as participant ataupun komiti sekalipun, kita cuba join sebab dari situ kita akan dapat new things, kita akan learn many things. Lepas tu kita akan kita akan lash our social networking skill, maksudnya kita akan luaskan kita punya kenalan macam tu. Sebab pengalaman saya juga macam tahu lah, pada Zaim pada Anwar pun sama, sebab dia pun pada saya sangat-sangatlah hebat and antara yang sangat saya inspire daripada dulu. So bila kita join macam-macam ni, kita memang akan kita akan kenal ramai sangat. So kita akan kenal macam kawan-kawan daripada U lain, kita akan lagi rapat dan kita akan lagi more comfortable untuk kita discuss dengan staff, untuk kita discuss dengan lecturer, untuk kita dapat ilmu daripada someone yang lagi hebat daripada kita, yang lagi banyak ilmu daripada kita. So kalau boleh cuba ambil peluang tu, and cuba join mana-mana. Bukanlah kata wajib untuk join, tak wajib pun, it's just optional. Tapi kalau macam berkesempatan, cuba join. Sebab kalau macam dekat Paguh ni juga untuk pengaduan semua, sekarang ni kita ada 3 society besar lah, which is Sedar Union tu tapi sekalian Gombak lah ini, and then kita ada MRC, and kita ada juga KBS, and then kita ada juga kelab-kelab bawah tu, which is kita ada macam teater, kita ada kelab frisbees, kita ada pekim, and macam-macam lagi lah. So semua kelab ni juga waktu COVID time ni juga, sepanjang online kelas semua ni, dia sangat-sangat banyak menganjurkan program online. Lepas tu banyaklah macam donation anything lah. So nanti kalau macam ada masa berkelapangan nanti kan, bila dah habis exam semua kan, tunggu waktu nak masuk DigiLive, cuba buka YouTube, boleh buka YouTube lah, buka YouTube KLMSS punya society, boleh buka IG Mahala, boleh buka IG any club yang ada, cuba search, cuba tengok dia orang punya macam apa, dia orang punya aktiviti macam mana, sebab sangat-sangat banyak. So nak cakapnya banyak sangat benda yang kita boleh dapat macam tu. So daripada mana-mana tu, cuba ambil satu and cuba kita join and kita apply untuk kita punya kehidupan, ataupun kita boleh share juga dekat online. Sebab kan macam orang kata, bila kita share ilmu ataupun kita share anything to someone kan, and boleh jadi someone tu dia apply, lepas tu dia share juga kita punya ilmu tu dekat kawan-kawan yang lain kan. So insyaAllah benda tu akan jadi kita punya saham juga waktu kita dah tak ada nanti. So benda tu sangat bagus lah sebenarnya. Okay, banyak cakap pula. Ada masa lagi ke? Ni betul dah sharing. Sisa MC, ada masa lagi ke?
I think there's enough time, but
Okay. Habiskan lagi sikit Okay. So the last one is nak share bila kita dah masuk degree life ni, tak kisahlah mana-mana kampus kan. Ni umum untuk semua kampus lah. Cuba untuk kita engage dengan kita punya senior, dengan kita punya lecturer, dengan kita punya kawan yang sama batch. Sebab sebab daripada situ kita boleh dapat ilmu, kita boleh dapat tips, kita boleh dapat macam-macam lah yang kita tak sure. Mungkin untuk masuk ijazah ni, mungkin kalau ada senior-senior yang daripada any campus ni, boleh approach orang, boleh tanya, boleh minta tips macam mana belajar waktu degree ni, macam mana nak score dean list, macam mana nak balancekan kalau jenis aktif, nak balancekan waktu akademik dengan society. So cuba tanya, jangan malu untuk bertanya, sebab orang katakan kalau malu sesat jalan kan. So kita cuba untuk selagi ada peluang tu, kita ambil peluang tu. Kita jangan lepaskan peluang yang ada depan mata macam tu je. So sayanglah. Okay, and then nak share satu quote. Kita jangan kita cuba jadi the best version of ourselves. Maksudnya kita jangan bila nampak orang tu macam kita cakap nak jadi macam orang tu lah, boleh nak jadi macam tu, tapi kita jadi macam orang tu tapi in a version of ourselves. Kita cuba jadi hebat macam tu tapi dalam kita punya version lah. Sebab kita tak boleh ikut orang lain. So kita cuba ikut kemampuan diri kita. So kita cuba untuk jadi the best of our best version of ourselves. Okay, so saya rasa tu je kot untuk perkongsian. Kembali kepada MC lah.
thank you, Sister Aisha. Now let's move on to our second session. Our speaker for the second session tonight is Madam Asniza Mamat, who is a Senior Psychology Officer at the Counselling and Career Services Unit at CFS IUM.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Sister Namira. Okay, Madam Fellow Mahala Azdah, Madam Fiza. Madam Fiza ni dia tak pernah berhenti menjemput saya. Saya sangat rasa dihargai lah. Kan? Sebenarnya bila Mahalah jemput-jemput ni, kerja kaunseling senang sikit kita mengisi kan. Okay, dan kita dah dengar perkongsian dari Brother Zaim, Sister Aisyah. Okay, kita dah dengar, and program macam ni sebenarnya sangat bagus untuk graduating semester student. Sangat bagus because it's like kita membuka ruang-ruang imajinasi, ruang-ruang imajinasi sebelum mereka melangkah ke langkah-langkah seterusnya dalam dunia degree. Okay, Okay, macam dekat CFS ni, kita sebenarnya berdepan dengan pelajar yang lepas sekolah. 1 tahun, 1 tahun setengah, 2 tahun. So tak heran lah kalau kes-kes pun banyak anak-anak punya kes lah kan. Kurang kasih sayang, kurang perhatian. So itu yang saya seronok. Saya kan tak banyak anak, 3 orang je, 3 orang tak banyak tau. Kan? Itu yang buat saya seronok. Tapi bila melangkah pergi ke degree, masuk degree, tak kiralah berada di Pagoh atau berada di Kuantan atau berada di Gombak, the thing is itulah langkah seterusnya. Okay, what the thing is, inilah journey. This is the journey. Kalau saya nak flashback ketika perjalanan degree saya di UIA juga, masa tu ialah UIA Petaling Jaya. UIA Petaling Jaya, saya satu zaman dengan Ayah Anwar, Profesor Makno. Masa tu kami kalau cuti-cuti ni tak balik ni biasa. Mungkin zaman Madam Hisah ada lagi kot penyakit tu. Penyakit tak suka balik. Bila habis degree, muka-muka kami ni still menepek-nepek dekat universiti. Nak lagi. Seronoknya berprogram. Terutama bila you bertemu dengan seronok berbakti, seronok berkhidmat tu di tahun 2, ujung-ujung tahun 2, tahun 3, you baru jumpa dengan seronok tu. Okey? Itu saya lah tu. Baru jumpa sebab tahun pertama saya jadi yang Zain sebut tadi tu. Saya punya line perjalanan kampus mat saya kelas bilik pengwayang. Gitu kan, tak malu ni sebut pengwayang. Okey. So maknanya kalau Madam cerita yang kisah zaman Madam itu terlalu jauh untuk you all flashback. Memang tak ada dah kot jiwa-jiwa macam tu sekarang. Jiwa-jiwa tak sanggup balik. Sampai mak tu telefon, kenapa tak orang lain masuk universiti balik je, kenapa kau masuk universiti tak balik? Itu antara ayat-ayat mak saya dan makcik saya lah. Dan saya macam confused sebabnya saya berada di kalangan kawan-kawan macam bapa mak wajib program ni sana sini kan, Brother Zaki, saya dikelilingi oleh orang-orang macam ni. Jadi by hook by crook I have to follow the group kan. Jadi saya benda tu baru untuk keluarga saya. Jadi kenalah tanya adakah ada konflik, tak suka bapak ke, tak suka mak ke. Ternyata tak, saya nak mengambil peluang-peluang berkhidmat, berbakti. Sebab ayah tahu tak nak kerja ni kita perlukan ini. Saya ingat lagi how saya convince my father dulu. Sebab kita sebenarnya tidak menggunakan 100% qualification dalam kerja. Tapi minat yang timbul datang dari jiwa. Minat yang timbul itu datang dari jiwa yang kita semai dalam hubungan kita, dalam pengisian kita yang kita semai selama kita berada di dunia pembelajaran ni. So sebab itulah kalau saya tanya hari ni, it's like you are going to go to main campus, no matter where your main campus it will be, okay? The thing is, create lah what kind of aquarium you want to create. Put in your mind that what kind of aquarium you nak set. Okay, how big it is. You nak letak apa dalam. Tapi saya minta biar aquarium itu teguh kukuh. Konteks dia tu, you can see through. Meaning you can see through yourself progressive ni dalam tu. You boleh letak macam-macam. So kat sini, kalau saya minta senaraikan apa yang awak mahu dalam 4 years your degree life. It should come from keberanian you melihat setiap kelemahan you. Because you have another 4 years to mendaki, to menggali. To kata orang trial and error in anything. You have another 4 years. Okay, kena dengan tajuk malam ni, expect unexpected. Sepintas lalu tadi saya jeling pada makna lah kan. Takut apa yang saya fikir ni English ni lain kan. So apa ni ialah berdepan dengan benda yang kita tak jangka So we have COVID ni lah. So apa yang benda yang saya nak terapkan sangat malam ni ialah the power of intention. The power of intention. Set the very clear intention. And please, kita orang Islam dah kemas dah, Tuhan bekalkan kita. Sebagaimana kita mendirikan solat setiap hari, Power of intention kita ialah niat kita dalam solat tu. Tak ada tu tak sah. So we just apply the same thing. Belajar kerana Allah. Okay. Bersilaturahim sama belajar classmate, roommate kerana Allah. And lepas tu kita follow what kind of beings that so powerful. Okay. Saya nak kongsi yang bila kita set intention, dia akan terlintas serentak antara kepala dan hati, kan? Macam kita buat solat tu, kan? So Albert Einstein ni, kejayaan dia dengan ciptaan dia ialah sebab dia percaya pada dia membuktikan pada two times thing happens in life. Two times. Once in the mind and two in the real. So meaning that kalau kita set tapi tak jadi, memang itu bukan rezeki kita lagi. Orang Islam senang because benda tu tak tertulis dalam perjalanan takdir kita. Kita dalam kepahaman tauhid kita benda tu dah ada. Saya cuma tak naklah cakap lebih, saya bukan ustazah, kan. Macam tu. Jadi power of intention tu maknanya dalam kita listkan apa kita mahu tu, sebenarnya itulah power of intention. Dalam kelas minggu lepas dalam advanced master skill saya, ada satu guy ni, dia ni very powerful CEO, very successful people, and dia lalu so huge roller coaster life in business. Apa dia share yang saya quote dalam WhatsApp status saya. When you have a very clear intention, God will send you the right people to be in the journey. When you have a very clear intention, God will send you the right person to be in the journey to make it the purpose work together. So dia datang dari kita sebenarnya. So kita tak boleh nak, saya nak orang ni, saya nak orang ni, saya nak. Tak, it's not that. It come from ourselves. It come from ourselves. Okay. So we should have growth mindset instead of stagnant mindset. Sayang, inilah yang Madam face dalam sesi banyak sangat student-student CFS ni, because datang dari sekolah, datang dari tak pernah duduk hostel, datang dari everything comfortable in the room ada aircon, bilik air ni, keselesaan. So what's made you very hard to menempuh perjalanan yang pelbagai liku-liku ni is because of you dah biasa selesa. Kan? Jadi itu yang kata orang nak keluar dari comfort zone ni, ada orang kata macam nak beranak pun, ya. Tapi dia itu at the beginning sahaja. Trust the process. You kata orang pecah tembok, break the walls tu, it just hard at the beginning. Lepas wall tu dah pecah, the whole world is you. The whole world is you. So to have a very growth mindset, sebab kita nak opposite dengan stagnant mindset. Stagnant mindset ni macam you keep comparing you masa sekolah. Please. Madam, saya masa sekolah dulu saya seorang yang ni sebab semua orang sokong saya, madam. So dia nak salahkan kat sini bila masuk CFS ni tak ada orang sokong dia, kan. Saya tahu maksud dia macam tu. Tapi biasalah kaunselor ni dia takkan tembak. Dia takkan tembak. Okay, being a counselor, we have to avoid telling uncomfortable conversation. Especially bila kita belum ada boundary yang bond yang teguh. Bila dia ni dah 3-4 kali, so isu sama sentiasa dibincangkan, kita akan kata kita dah jumpa 3 kali, 4 kali, but you highlight the same thing. So why not today? We look into different things. Nak offer insight yang berbeza in a way that nak pujuk dia untuk menerima insight baru. Okay? So that stagnant mentality. Stagnant mentality ni dia akan buat you semua benda you rasa payah. Semua benda you akan kaji kepada the failure. You akan nampak failure, you akan campurlah dengan adalah comparing mindset, you compare, you never stop compare with others, and then you akan kata kau buat ni gini, so ended up tak buat. Dia point dia ialah ended up tak buat. Saya panggil benda ni sebagai self-sabotaging mechanism. So dia buat you tak nak keluar dari keselesaan tu, comfort zone tu, sayang. Okay, dia buat you tak nak keluar dari comfort zone. Sebab you rasa kena buat apa kenapa? Ni dah okey dah. So that's why lah kita jumpa ada orang dia berkawan dengan kelompok ni dari first year sampai final year. So dia grad pun dia enjoy dengan this group. Okay? So what can I offer to all of you sempena nak masuk dunia baru, dunia degree ni kan? Kita boleh jadi anak-anak. Nilai anak-anak saya pun masih ada lagi nilai kanak-kanak saya. Kita panggil inner child. Tapi bila kita nak guna tu? Bila kita stres. Bila kita stres, tap our inner child activities. Tap our things that connect ourselves to inner child. Dengan itu kita akan dapat immediate release. Sebab kita seronok benda tu. Macam anak saya inner child things dia MACD. So kalau bawa MACD tengah-tengah murung tu jadi bangun. Wah gembira. Suka MACD. Why? Besar kat uptown kan PJ. Lalu jam berhenti makan MACD hari-hari. So kan main klongso semua benda tu kan. So dia macam balik tu zaman kanak-kanak dulu. So kita ni bila kita celebrate our inner child, kita happy. It's from within. Sebab kita sebenarnya digalakkan jangan berharap sangat pada outside because we are facing the pace of life yang unexpected. Kita tak boleh keluar, kita tak boleh pergi mall, kan? So kita kena banyak menggali yang dalam. So this is the time sebenarnya ilmu yang saya dapat that pada tahun 2013 which is saya pun terkejut. What is this? Inner child. Okay, celebrate our inner child. So every one of us ada our own list of inner child things. List of inner child activities. Contoh, satu ketika dulu you baik dengan atuk you selalu pergi memancing. Kan? So activity memancing tu become your inner child activities. So sekali-sekala buat. Sebelum you ada anak, you buat dengan anak you. You practice dah sekarang. Dulu bapak buat ni dengan atuk bapak. So kita akan rasa we never break from the process of life yang kita pernah ada. That the happy part, kita banyak happy part tapi kita selalu letak tepi sebab kita highlight the sad part and the pain part. Orang kita, itu budaya orang kita. Buktinya ialah kita suka bercerita apa yang sedih, apa yang nak marah, tapi kita jarang bercerita kegembiraan. Kegembiraan kalau kita share kita akan nampak action lah tu. Kita rasa macam orang kata kita action. Kan macam you share you pergi holiday ke kan. Padahal start to spread positive and happiness. Stop spreading viral isu-isu yang drama. We are creating a lot of drama. Already drama dah banyak. Dah tengok drama dah. Kan? Itu sebenarnya drama. Elemen play drama ni banyak dalam diri-diri yang banyak benda yang kita tak let go. Proses tu panjang lah. Nak understand each of us apa yang kita ada. Drama-drama elemen ni panjang lah. That's why to tell you sekarang kalau student datang for sesi counselling, kenapa there is no touch and go macam Anwar datang dulu. Anwar datang dulu touch and go je, tak ada pun proses yang dalam. Kan Anwar kan? Why? Because touch and go ni is just kata orang slightly macam on the changing course macam gitu kan. Normally sekarang apa yang Menden jumpa ialah more kepada deeper level of I have to give and offer some of element transformational self. Kena kaji mindset apa, set of mindset apa yang dia ada. And then kena bagi exercise untuk dia buat certain practice in 1 week time and come back again. Dan hari ini saya sangat gembira for early in the morning 9 AM tadi saya ada satu slot counselling dengan satu klien ni dan dia datang for ini dah kali keempat kot tak silap. She is very progressive. Dan itulah kepuasan saya sebenarnya. She is very progressive, very cooperative dan sangat berbakat besar. Tunggulah satu hari nanti dia ni akan bom. Akan jadi bom. Saya doa kat dia. Dan tengok-tengok anak saudara kawan baik saya. What a small world. Lepas tu terus berkirim salam dengan pakciknya. Alhamdulillah. So kita sama-sama doa. So the thing is mereka yang cari kaunselor ni bukan kata you tak berbakat, you ada bakat banyak. Tapi kelebihan kaunselor ni, dia mampu melihat kelebihan awak yang tersembunyi. Because you never speak this, you never speak differently in front of people around you, especially your loved ones. Sebab you rasa macam being same with the parent is acceptable, approved. You seeking approval in life. You had to be different. You fearful to be different. Sedangkan you unique, different itulah it's you. So bila berjaya je suntik keberanian, dia ni akan fly macam butterfly lah. Dia jadi butterfly lah. So dia nampaklah apa dia boleh buat, apa dia boleh buat. Yes. Itu yang saya happy tu. Hari ni start sesi tadi memang saya jadi happy sampai ke malam ni. Walaupun tengok Anwar cakap, wah bukan main lagi Anwar ni cakap. Tengok saya macam, wah bukan main lagi dia orang ni. Ni nak cabar guru-guru dia orang dah ni. Sikit masa je lagi kan. Okay. There is 5 of beings, practices of beings kita perlu ada. Kita perlu buat, beings. In our way to make our intention workable. Sebenarnya bila kita set intention, you ada list of apa yang you nak sepanjang degree you. Orang yang sibuk dia akan rasa 4 tahun tu very sekejap. Orang yang tak banyak apa yang dia nak, dia akan rasa, ya Allah, kenapalah degree ni 4 tahun, kenapa tak setahun? Kau ingat degree ke jadi setahun? Kan? Saya dengar both. Saya dengar both. Madam, tak boleh ke pendek je degree ni? Okay, sebab apa tak nak belajar? Tak nak away from the room. I want to smell my room, my bantal, Saya dengar, Allah maaf ayah anak-anak aku ni. Situ yang saya bersungguh dalam hati. Ya Allah, anak-anak aku ni. Macam gitu. Saya ada seorang anak yang tak pernah keluar dari rumah. Dan dia dah lepas SPM, dia dapat arau, tapi sampai sekarang tak lepas-lepas pergi arau. Dia menangis bucu katil sebab dia kata dia dah time patutnya dia keluar, kenapa dia tak boleh keluar lagi. Itu anak bongsu saya kan. Orang lain semua macam Anwar lah, form 1 dah asrama. Ini seorang dia lain sikit dan momentum dia lain. Dia sangat dia tak follow yang sistem kerja A, semua benda tu dia tak. Anak sebenarnya bila masuk asrama dia ada sindrom tu tau. Sindrom kerja A. So more focus on mind, almost forgot on heart. More focus on head and forgot your heart. That's why we face a lot of depression and anxiety nowadays. And benda tu macam datang sentak dengan terlalu banyak unexpected things happen kan. Dengan wabak COVID bagai ni, dengan expectation family ni. See? So nampak benda tu lah, pertembungan benda tu lah. Okay. So what is the 5th one is, okay, practice being authentic. Being authentic.
Tolong repeat madam.
Oh tak dengar?
Repeat.
Okay.
Internet
line kan?
Line.
Okay, the first one is being authentic. Being authentic ni lah jadilah diri sendiri. Jadilah diri sendiri. Kalau awak suka sup, orang ni suka gulai, jangan tukar jadi gulai, jadi sup. Because this is you. You should feel proud of being you. Tak dengar ke?
Tadi putus sekejap je. Sekarang dah dengar balik.
After gulai tu madam.
Occasion is not stable. Masih lagi number 1, being authentic. Okay. And number 2 is, boleh dengar? Saya nak
boleh madam.
Lain ni kalau flexible. Flexible. So walaupun awak diajar disiplin masa awak 5 years old lagi, saya rasa setiap orang yang mak bapak dia hebat-hebat ni memang disiplin ditekankan. It's good for you at that time. And when you reach to 20, you must know of being flexible. Kalau you pakai lagi disiplin tu, dia dah tak serve you anymore. Dia tak serve you anymore. So what is the being flexible here? So saya selalu latih pelajar yang datang sesi sebab saya nampak dia ketat sampai dia jadi tak nak fikir. So saya selalu kata, okay, practice being flexible for 1 week and I want to see the feedback. What saya selalu bagi, saya minta dia pergi breakfast benda yang berbeza hari-hari. Saya minta dia mulakan hari dengan cara yang berbeza hari-hari. So kita sangat dekat dengan not doing the same thing. Doing the same thing, routine. Some people say good, actually no. Dia akan buat you jadi zombie. Sebab dia akan buat you auto. Auto tu meaning that you dah jadi tak thinking dah benda tu. Kadang you buat pun macam you tak buat. Dia dah jadi buat kita out of alert. That's why kita kena being flexible. Okay? Being flexible, being authentic, being flexible. The third one is being truly present. Being truly present. Okay, ada orang dia sangat risau next 2 years. Next 5 years. What will going to happen? So hari-hari otak dia proses 5 tahun lagi macam mana cerita? Sampai dia lupa now dia kena celebrate apa. Sampai dia lupa the moment of now dia tu gone macam tu je. Okay? Dan ada orang dia terlalu fokus on the past. So not too much on past and not too obsessed with the future. We truly enjoy present. That's why you must create hashtag creating moment. Hashtag creating moment. Yes. Buat benda tu as a practice for you. Hashtag creating moment. Okay. The third one is being committed. And the first being committed is to yourself, to your own growth. So when you have been committed, the first is committed to yourself and your growth. Committed to the work that you have. Committed to your presentation, daily presentation, how you want to present to others. Committed to apa yang orang assign pada you. Committed to what you like and what you don't like. Accept both. Sebab itu adalah kita. Kita tak boleh highlight benda yang kita suka je. Kadang-kadang benda yang kita tak suka ni next 10 years rupanya kita suka. Because kita practice being flexible, remember that the whole world is ours. Bila kita in that practice. Keep practice. Okay. And the last one is being integrity. Being integrity. Saya kan benda pertama je kalau kita jaga, sangat jaga integrity, sangat being integrity, kita practice fully integrity is choose the right words. Integrity with your words because your word is your world. Yes. Just itu banyak lagi benda lain. Integrity with your space, benda yang tak guna buang. Integrity with you are the list of integrity people. You are the integrity list of people. People yang who support your purpose. Orang yang tak ada dalam list ni ialah orang yang tak ada support your purpose tapi maknanya you jumpa hi bye je. You tak akan spend not even 10 minutes pun dengan dia. That's integrity. Bila you buat integrity, dia akan menjawab kepada committed. Dia akan menjawab pada komitmen. Dia saling interrelated. Dia saling interrelated. Okey. Dalam satu perkongsian dengan for successful people in business, in bringing transformational program to Malaysia from US, dia apply 3 je sebenarnya. From this 5, dia apply 3. Dia apply 3. Present, flexible and integrity. Dia apply 3 je. Even dalam keluarga, even dalam business. Dia apply 3 je. Okay? Okay. Okay. By being flexible, kita sebenarnya akan tap into possibility. Kita membenarkan things yang kita tak biasa buat. kita akan jadi more adventure. That's why dia bagi, this is core beings lah, core beings to practice. So bila you masuk kat tempat baru, selalu kita akan bawa mindset yang lama, selalunya akan compare. Kita akan compare room, kita akan compare suasana, kita start to compare. Itu yang kita nak kena stop. That's why kita kena apply that certain being supaya in this process of our daily life kita tak buat benda yang sama. Kita dah open pada being flexible, kita stop comparing. We are more focused on get ready to be focus in the journey, get ready to be in the journey. Okay? Macam tu. Kat sini dah tak ada dah, saya dah cakap semua dah. Poin saya ni saya dah cakap semua dah. Okay? And last but not least is empower your self motivation lah. When you manage yourself, you should have two types of motivation yang immediate you boleh ambil, you boleh capai at any moment you berada, dalam keberadaan awak yang macam mana, tengah down ke tengah apa, nak grab apa. Okay, yang internal one is connect with your inner child, and the external one is what you like to do lah. What you like to do yang biasa walaupun you buat masa sekolah atau kawan-kawan ke, faktor luaran. Saya pernah ada student datang, dia stres sebab kalau musim bulan November tu kan, dia stres sebab matahari dah 3-4 hari tak nampak. Okay, so dia datang dengan isu, madam saya stres lah madam, saya kan madam kalau hujan macam gini saya memang lemau, saya memang jadi lemau. Ya, memang ada personality macam tu. So kita macam ni, bila kita, that's why penting sangat understand ourselves. In process of memperkayakan diri, in process of success ni, bukan kita nak kena jaga time je, kita kena jaga self understanding. Kita kena faham diri kita ni. So kita ni macam bila you lemau, you hari-hari tertentu you lemau. What kind of drinks that can help you? So you need vitamin, you need drinks. What kind of people in your support system, support circle can give immediate ideas of what you rasa, dengar je dia cakap apa, wow. Macam gitu. Akan ada orang-orang tertentu dalam hidup masing-masing. Yes. Tak kira lah you consider dia sebagai boyfriend ke girlfriend ke, kan? Your father ke your mother ke, tak kira lah kan. That's why saya kan bila student WhatsApp saya tak berani nak tak jawab. Sebab saya takut dia dah consider saya, madam, when I heard something from you, my day become bright. Sebab masa tu maknanya dia tengah down. Ya. Walaupun kejap lagi madam jawab your call, kejap lagi madam call balik, madam jawab dia dulu. Jawab kot WhatsApp. So kalau kata ramai yang cakap, madam Asliza, tak ke itu you buat student tu depend kat you? Ada sesama counselor pun claim benda yang sama. If you don't like to be with people, don't work as a counselor nowadays. Itu je madam boleh kata. Why? Because keperluan semasa dah tak work dengan etika counselling tu. Saya berani cabar dalam seminar counselling hari ni. That's why lah kita kena ada yang befriender, semua benda tu tak cukup. You tahu tak? Tak cukup. Keperluan hari ni, maknanya zaman berubah. Tuhan ni bila kita tunjuk, kita pandai dah, kita ada benda, Tuhan cabar lagi kita. Because Tuhan nak beritahu kita apa? Aku lebih tahu apa yang kamu tidak tahu. Many dalam verses Quran. Betul tak? So kita tak boleh kata, okay this is the best, you tak boleh praktis macam ni. Saya buat apa yang keperluan semasa. So kalau kata being a counselor, you must have more than ilmu counselor. You must be ready to have even transformational element, even self coach, life coach yang ada tu, kami kena ada elemen tu. So that's why lah bila you bercakap dengan psychiatrist kata, ini kerja kaunselor ni. Ini kaunselor kata, kami kaunselor je, tak payah buat kerja ni. Habis tu siapa nak buat? Nampak tak? Ini kadang-kadang bila saya bersembang dengan psychiatrist, saya faham apa yang dia orang maksudkan. Meaning that counselor need beyond. Ilmu dia tu nak kena beyond. Nak kena dengan keperluan semasa hari ini. Kita hidup di tahun 2021, kita bukan hidup di tahun mula-mula saya kerja 1995. Yang rata-rata kes just touch and go. Madam, benda yang touch and go je. Sekarang kalau 5 orang datang pada hari Isnin, 5 orang ni need follow up session. Bukan saya set. Saya rasa kata dalam hati je, dia ni perlukan follow up ni. Dia agaknya intention kot, power of intention kot. Bila saya decide dalam hati macam tu, madam saya datang lagi ya madam. Madam I need follow up madam. Yes, sure, good. But you decide yourself, okay? Madam tak dictate sekarang buat time you have to come. Just once a week. Dan ada yang merayu, madam saya nak 2 kali seminggu. Anwar, tak boleh nak bersara awal lah madam. Tak boleh nak bersara awal. Dan silap saya gaya lepas 60 kena buka yang center help, center for walk-in tu. Any kind of center to help people like that.
Saya nak datang madam, saya nak datang.
Tak, you jadi founder. Madam kerja dengan you.
Alamak, okey.
Saya support.
Jadi founder. Zaim dengan you jadi founder. Madam kerja dengan you. Tapi gaji kena mahal sikit lah.
Madam kena buat training madam, buat training kat kita orang.
Okay. So, itu saja untuk malam ini. Okay. Sebab orang lain pun dah sapu bersih dah. So, madam just tutup pagar je lah kan. Tutup pagar lah. So, kita back to Namira. So, mana yang terkurang itu saya walaupun dah tua but a lot of things masih belajar. Macam kita kata lifelong journey, lifelong learning. Sampai kita pejam mata baru kita berhenti belajar. Masa tu kita kena start menjawab pula. Kan? And mana yang terlebih itu itu adalah bisikan dari Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala pada hati saya. Care, how to care, love, how to love. Okay. Dan bila saya berniat, I truly love this job, I truly love this, I truly have the passion in this career. Betul, Tuhan memang hantar macam-macam orang membantu saya dalam perjalanan itu. That's why I take this word from Aris, my friend nama Aris tu. So I want you to have that. Okay. Allah hantar orang-orang yang membantu kita. Okay, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Madam Asniza. So do we have any last words from our speakers? Brother Zaim?
Okay, thank you Sister Namira. Okay, one thing lah I forgot to include in my presentation tadi is actually being a young blood, darah muda ni, kita akan tempted untuk cuba banyak sangat benda. And trust me, I have my own personal encounters and personal experience where those personal things, good and bad, as a result bila kita nak buat benda yang kita nak sangat boleh kita buat, tapi kadang-kadang tu benda yang kita rasa baik untuk kita tu, it's actually being weaponized against kita. So pada umur yang sangat vulnerable, gullible, even saya mementah lagi, kita kena setkan satu line. Mana line yang baik, mana line yang buruk. Dan line tu dia akan develop over time sepanjang kita membesar ni. Tapi line yang takkan pernah, yang sentiasa fix lah line daripada Islam tu sendiri. Dan being a youth nowadays, saya sendiri rasa pressure-nya untuk kita menjadi seorang practicing Muslim, betul. Even kita pelajar UIA. Tapi janganlah kita pernah berhenti walaupun dalam diri kita sendiri, untuk diri kita sendiri, dan kita nak berpaling daripada agama Islam. Biarlah societal pressure tu macam mana pun, trust me, you guys will have your own encounters and personal experience that will push you guys to your limit and do the wrong things. So please set your life straight for now and prepare yourself not only for the best but also for the worst. And with that, just a last saying that if not only, kalau bukan kita, siapa lagi? Dan masa sekarang memang membuktikan kita yang kena mencorakkan langkah kita sendiri, bukan orang lain. Sekian saja. Assalamualaikum. Boleh Roger kalau ada apa-apa. Okay, bye. Okay.
Madam, we have a question in the chat box.
Okay.
The question is, how nak kurangkan bad habit? As for me, I can't stop myself from cursing when anger overtook me.
Okay. Okay. I can suggest write a forgiving journal. Write a forgiving journal. Forgiving journal ni antara saya punya task kepada pelajar-pelajar yang datang dengan isu-isu yang tak boleh lupa apa yang berlaku. Benda masa lepas banyak benda kita tak boleh nak kontrol dah kan. But it keep coming dalam kita punya mimpi, it keep coming dalam kita punya hati, it keep coming dalam kita punya rasa dan mengganggu fikiran kita kadang-kadang, especially bila bersendirian. So this is dicadangkan oleh pakar yang saya belajar ni, okay, how powerful the forgiving is. Dan this is part of practice forgiving. Write forgiving journal. First layer of forgiving journal is benda penting sekali, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. So you write forgiving journal or forgiving yourself. For what? Bila benda tu berlaku. Why we must put in the writing form? Dia bila kita put in the writing form, it's like kita keluarkan. Benda tu asalnya mungkin dekat kepala, mungkin dekat sudut dalam jantung jiwa kita tu kan. Kita keluarkan. So bila kita keluarkan, dia tak ada dah melekat dalam tu. Okay? Okay. Kalau ikutkan feedback daripada mereka-mereka yang practice forgiving journal, yang dia kata, madam, amazing. Very amazing, madam. Saya tak ingat dah, madam, saya become peace. Yes. Sebab kita biasa, kita guna apa je forgive ni? Cakap je kan, tak apalah aku maafkan dia. Tak apalah aku maafkan dia. Kita praktis tak? Tak. Betul tak? Belakang dia kata, aku geram betul dengan dia tu. Cakap pula macam gitu. Betul tak? Kan? So practice forgiving journal. Okay, antaranya forgive to yourself. Circle pertama, forgive to yourself, forgive to orang-orang yang penting dalam hidup you, your parent, your mother. Next is your sibling. Next is mungkin your relative. So you choose people around you. Yang mana hit you masa itu, you buat journal tentang dia sekarang. Rather than you choose pergi serang dia balik. Okay, saya selalu mengingatkan diri saya dan orang-orang yang dekat dengan saya, kita jangan drop to the level of yang kita nampak. Teruknya dia ni mengamuk-ngamuk. But careful, don't drop to their levels. Don't drop yourself to their levels. Silent, quiet, don't respond anything, don't even react. And tak tahan sangat, tengiang-ngiang, terdengar-dengar. Okay? You boleh express dengan cara lain, antaranya forgiving journal. Kalau you rasa you perlu tumbuk dinding, pergi tumbuk dinding. Kalau you rasa you perlu sepak bola, pergi cari bola, sepak je bola. Kalau rasa nak sepak kan, sebab benda tu ialah proses bila kita anger is adrenaline, adrenaline react. Sebab kita pernah memberi ruang. Dia macam gini, macam nafsu juga. Bila kita pernah layan nafsu next, nafsu is lagi besar. So bila kita pernah layan marah, kemarahan akan jadi lagi besar, lagi besar, lagi besar. That's why lah agama kita berpesan dalam kemarahan ni ada cara dia. Antaranya ialah kalau kita tengah berdiri marah, kita duduk. Sebenarnya intipati tu memang kena sangat dengan yang saya belajar tentang anger management of physics ni, quantum physics. Kita kena lari dari selular fizik. Maknanya kita kena duduk dalam arah yang berbeza. Kalau kita kena opposite, kalau kita berdiri kena duduk, kalau duduk kena berdiri. Apa lagi? Do something instead of just setempat. Do something. Okay, ambil wuduk, mengaji, okay, keluar. So that's why lah kalau kita tengok bila seorang isteri mengamuk-mengamuk dengan isteri suami dia, marah-marah, kenapa suami tu keluar? Suami keluar tu kalau ada orang cerita dengan saya, aku geram betul lah, dia keluar je bila aku marah dia. Okay lah tu. What you expect? Expect dia lawan you balik. Esok kan pergi mahkamah. Mahkamah syariah kan. So bila suami keluar, start kereta keluar tu, dia suami yang baik tu. Kadang dia sejuk, dia datang balik. Kan. Sebab dia tahu, some man dia tahu, perempuan ni masa ni jadi marah. Kalau tadi marah tu tak ingat dunia dah. So semua benda keluar dari mulut dia. Ini lelaki yang bijak. Ini lelaki yang boleh survive dalam marriage dia. Tak kira lah kalau dia guna, kita panggil tu avoiding. But itu mekanism yang work for them. It's good. Just highlight klien you ni supaya appreciate. Tu je. Pada supaya appreciate. Kalau tak jadi 10 tahun, 15 tahun kahwin kan. 3 tahun dah bercerai-berai dah. Dia macam gitu kan. Itu topik lain, itu topik relationship lah kan. Lepas tu ada soalan kedua. Okey, saya pergi terus Okey, ni ada tanya dah. Yang bertanya ni, please contact me. How do I practice start hari-hari dengan cara yang beza at home? Repeated routines and confinement at home exhaust me a lot as there are no new challenges in daily. Okay, you senaraikan within house compound apa you boleh buat. You senaraikan dulu. So from the list, kalau you ada 15 list, you make sure atur benda tu different every day. Okay? Different every day. Tapi tak boleh nak katalah kalau you start kelas at 8, at 9, memang kelas dululah kan. Okay, mungkin kalau kelas you start at 9, you begin your day dengan you pergi keluar tengok bunga dulu ke kan. At least anything different. Jangan dia buka-buka mata buat benda sama. It's okay kalau you kata lepas you sembahyang subuh je, hari ni you nak pilih watching YouTube. It's okay. It's yours. Boleh. Siapa kata tak boleh? Tapi tak tahulah kalau parent yang kata tak boleh kan. So kita kena, yang tadi tu sayang, being flexible. Kena being flexible. Okay. Ada soalan lagi? Okay, how to gain self-motivation early of the morning, to be exact, how to be active early of the morning and throughout the day. Okay, yang ni kena faham what kind of person you are. If you are not a morning person, you akan rasa morning ni is very crazy moment for you. Yes, tapi you kena tahu apa benda boleh membantu. Memang di peringkat awal ni mungkin you dengarlah cadangan orang dulu. So bila you dengar cadangan orang tu, you just kata orang try lah dengan cadangan-cadangan tu. Antaranya kopi. Okay, to tell you, saya tak boleh fikir kalau tak mula hari saya yang terlalu awal dengan kopi. So bila berpuasa, sebab saya night person. So saya bila saya present macam ni, saya jumpa orang, energi saya jadi banyak. Ni mesti saya tidur pukul 4 pagi esok ni. So saya memang macam tu, I understand myself. So untuk yang bila kita night person ni, kita ada masalah dengan morning. So apa yang saya nampak ialah bila you minum kopi, kopi ni memang dia buat you segar. Dengan bantuan kopi, apa lagi? Kalau you ada aktiviti yang nak gunakan fokus lebih, that's why lah dalam hidup kita kena ada vitamin. B complex vitamin, especially dengan suasana macam ni. Dengan suasana berkurung, banyak benda tak boleh buat ni, kita kena ada, that's why bila puasa bersahur tu makan vitamin. Vitamin yang kalau tanya madam, vitamin apa madam? I give you 3. Saya tak jual vitamin walaupun saya dealer Amway. Okay. Ada fellow yang dealer Amway. Okay. Apa vitamin apa? Vitamin B, vitamin D dan vitamin C. Kena ada ni. Pergi beli farmasi banyak murah. Okay. Kalau saya niaga ni dah banyak dah order dengan madam. Banyak dah boleh dapat ni. Aku asal madam dah. Kaya dah. Okay. And please, apa kelebihan sesi counselling? Kelebihan sesi counselling atau kelebihan coaching, self coaching ni sebenarnya is dia suit pattern of membantu itu, dia suit keperluan you. Kalau you masuk dalam program motivation, the whole ceramah you attend contoh 2 jam. Not all apply to you. You mungkin boleh listen, you mungkin boleh consider and then you practice, but not all custom to you. Because that's why lah kenapa kalau kita dengar ceramah kita okay, mungkin seminggu 2 je, lepas tu kita back to normal. Because apa yang kita input yang kita dapat is not 100% work for us. And bila kita masuk dalam, it's like macam you beli baju raya yang pergi upah tailor dengan you beli baju raya dekat apa tu kedai apa? Dekat kedai lah yang dah siap, baju yang dah siap. Selesa tak baju yang dah siap ni? Orang yang tubuh macam model mungkin selesa lah because ukuran tu dibuat oleh tubuh model kan. Tapi orang tubuh macam saya ni, no, I selesa lagi pergi. So we need customize. So sebenarnya bila jumpa counselor ni is kita is you. apa you buat, apa yang you dah sukses, apa failures you sebelum ni. Kita akan tablekan semua tu, minta you kita akan matchkan dengan, kita akan lihat apa pattern yang terhasil. Yes, that's why prolonged conversation. We have to have prolonged conversation. And then we have to have kata orang, it's like jigsaw puzzles tu, keluarkan semua. Then baru kita boleh atur. It's not kata you sembunyikan yang bahagian mata ni, sembunyikan, letak. And then bila letak semua puzzle tu, still puzzle. Still puzzle. Why? Because of not being authentic in the process. When you are not being authentic in the process, you cannot see the things. And you tak akan dapat 100% what works for you. So everything is about you. It's not about me. So mungkin boleh lah student tu dah jumpa dah medan sini tapi back to normal je. Yeah, because it's process. Dia tak boleh jumpa saya sekali terus saya bagi air jampi ke terus balik baik jadi sempurna. Tak ada, itu tak ada sayang. Jumpa doktor, jumpa psychiatrist pun you ambil ubat sebulan. Kadang you pergi balik you kena tukar ubat. Sebab ubat tu tak work with you because kita ni badan react differently. Our reaction ni differently. That's why lah to tell you that antara kebesaran Allah ni lah penciptaan manusia ni lah. Penyatuan jodoh, rezeki, suami isteri. Kita macam ni, suami kita macam ni. Suami kita macam ni, kita macam ni. Subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah kan. Kalau kita ingat itu, bersyukurlah dengan apa yang ada. Terus berbunga rasa bahagia. Kan? Okay. Saya nak ambil dah my last word. Namira, sorry, I potong cue orang lain. Okay, my last word to all of you here. Okay, please. Kami ni bekerja dibayar gaji sayang. Dibayar gaji untuk melayan student. Jadi, don't waste your time mingle around sorang-sorang, overthinking sampai tak tidur 2-3 pagi. There is no answer for that overthinking. Okay, come, buka I maklum, book us. No one will know that you are looking for counselors. Once you touch me, I will make sure that we are partner. We are a lifetime partner. I have many from Gombak campus and Kuantan campus keep contacting me until today. Sampai dah kerja. Nak kahwin pun hantar mesej kat saya. Madam, saya gemuruh. Dan saya rasa apa tahu? I feel seronok sebab hubungan tu panjang. It's not dependent. Tapi hubungan tu panjang meaning that dia selesa dengan cara, it's not about my love, it's about the tools I offer. It works well. And many of them share with me that, Madam, bila berada kat Gombak, saya buka nota-nota yang saya catat masa saya berjumpa dengan Madam seminggu sekali. Satu semester saya jumpa Madam and I get back in the track. Oh, tahniah. You can make as your notes, your special notes. Why? Because of the tools, not me. Saya manusia biasa, gak ada je kat masanya saya dah jemu jelak. Tapi alhamdulillah mungkin inilah kata orang bila you have passion, you tak rasa pun bekerja. You rasa apa? You rasa you bermain. Rasa macam apa? Makan popcorn. Suami saya kata makan kacang putih, banyak session. Dia gembira tu banyak session hari ni. Makan kacang putih dia kata. Dia macam tu, shining. Saya akan jadi shining. Because I feel my heart singing. Bila your heart singing, your face will shining. Take my words. So tap to things that make your heart singing. Okay. So don't feel hesitate to be one of the family in CCSU and get connected your counselor there. Nanti orang kata saya tak promote pula counselling kan. Tak promote servis kami. Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Madam Asniza. Brother Anwar, any last words?
I think just would like to say thank you very much. And itulah sebenarnya I hope my degree lebih panjang ni sebab boleh jumpa Medan Hamzah lebih sikit depan ni kan. To be honest, saya banyak terhutang budi lah Medan Hamzah. Even untuk my part time punya kerja dulu pun, Medan Hamzah punya end that part time situation really life changing lah. And then last to everyone, I just, even though banyak perkara kita akan face waktu undergraduate nanti, don't forget to enjoy campus life. There's just a very short advice. My father said to me when I said, Abah, I nak ambil degree ni because of this. Okay, just don't forget to enjoy your campus life. You don't dapat balik lepas you graduate. Then I think that's all. There's a lot to share. I tak sure if ada everyone yang baca novel Hashlevit. Novel Contengan Jalanan by Hashlevit. Just like to share one line. Dia kata you still got a lot of life ahead of you. So don't waste it on doing the wrong things. And what is worse, we ended up doing the wrong things. So make the right choices, and inshallah, when we do our best, the worst thing will not happen. So thank you very much. Minta maaf saya silap, and again, pass back to Sister Namira.
Thank you, Brother Anwar. Sister Aisyah, any last words?
Okay, so last word, okay, nak sebut 3 benda balik, which is the first one is appreciate a little thing, walaupun sekecil benda kita appreciate, macam kita nikmat kita dapat hidup lagi, so kita appreciate every day what we have. And then second one, macam Brother Anwar cakap tadi, kita enjoy our degree life, sebab bila kita dah habis, kita memang kita akan miss our moment bila kita tengah belajar. Kita memang akan rindu sangat-sangat, sebab setiap phase tu berbeza. Waktu kita foundation berbeza, waktu kita degree life berbeza, waktu kita, kalau kita sama master pun berbeza. So selagi kita ada masa tu, kita appreciate je. Kita enjoy our time. And then the last one, always tajdid niat. Maksudnya always baiki niat kita. Whenever we, bila kita rasa down ke, bila kita rasa macam nak give up ke, kita ingat balik apa kita big why, apa kita punya niat, kenapa kita nak belajar. Bukan setakat kita nak lulus exam semata-mata, tapi sebab untuk kita dapatkan knowledge tu, untuk kita apply in the future, untuk kita share kat orang lain juga. Okay, I think that's all for me. And untuk anyone, kalau nak reach saya untuk tanya apa-apa berkenaan KLM mainly lah, so boleh je contact saya nanti. And nak ucapkan terima kasih banyak-banyak untuk MRC Mahalia Azdah for inviting me tonight. Rasanya macam macam kecil je dikelilingi insan-insan yang hebat dalam ni. So thank you for this opportunity. And untuk adik-adik CFS, welcome to Degree Life in September insyaAllah. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Aisha, and thank you to all the speakers tonight for the beneficial knowledge shared just now, and hopefully all that is shared will do the students a great deed when they are pursuing their degrees soon. Dear sisters and brothers, please be reminded to fill in your attendance, and the link is in the chat box. And let's end with Tasbih Kafarah in Surah Al-As. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, everyone.
It's a wrap.